The Halloween series was a broken down mess. A big pile of mess. The first one was success. Second one, good but a little tired. Third brought back something new, but it failed. Fourth brought back, and it was not bad, but it was a successful movie. The fifth one gets some more hype, and the sixth, shatting all over the Michael Myers franchise. After Halloween Curse of Michael Myers was a bad mistake and went down the hill, they stopped making Halloween movies because they never make a successful movie. Because this is when the Scream used the genre. Scream uses the stuff and the idea from Halloween, because this is where the genre got over to this. So anyways, people want to see a good Michael Myers movie and make it a little better. So they made another one called Halloween H20. Yeah, H20. It's actually called Halloween 20 years later. But yeah, this movie was a lot better than. It's a good movie. Well, it's okay, but is it the best movie to the Halloween? Nope. I'm gonna tell you why this is not a masterpiece. It is a great movie that I think a lot of people might say Halloween H20 is better than any of the other sequels they made. Yeah, but anyways, I saw this trailer back then when I was really little, and then I thought, wow, another Halloween movie. And then basically it was the 20 year. So basically they started making this one, but with no Donald Plus. Who will be the next one? Well, Jamie Lee Curtis left the series, and after Halloween 2, they brought her back. Yes. People thought that she would never come back without her. It might be without her, this would be more of a really bad movie, staying on a shit saw. So now it's come back. Jamie Lee Curtis returns back from her 20 year. So the movie starts. It shows up with a nurse that is actually another returnable character from the first movie. She was a minor character in the first movie, the nurse, but then she got killed. Then she was killed. There's a before the, and they're all in her office. They're actually some two guys that are her next door neighbors. So they peek in there to find that if Michael Myers there, find that somebody's there. But then he goes in, found out there's no one in there, but just a mess. Then the cover opened, and it scared him, and then took some beer from her fridge, and then walked away. And then also there's actually a picture of Donald Plus in it. Yeah, this was after he died, after the curse of Michael Myers, and I think it wanted to show that how he did great in the first movie, and how he does, and what he tells. So after that, she finds Michael Myers, and then stab her in the neck, and then going off to find Laurie Strode. But she changed her name. But she actually has a new name. And she's actually married, and she has a son named John. Before I talk about everything, I want to talk about Michael Myers. But then like all the 6 movies that he was all flesh and bone. This one, they never talk about the fire. They just said his body was never found. I think that comes to a close. I think that it was changed. Think that they were talking about the first movie, that should have been a sequel to that. Because if you look at it, when he grabbed the knife, people look like he's not burned. He doesn't look burned. He looks all flesh and Good, but that doesn't make any sense. But what about how about the other movies? He was all burned. Well, it wasn't because they were. Well, that's I guess because those 2 through 6 are just probably just they just put Michael Myers in the mask and that's it. So that's all they did. But 2 through 6 never happened. So later on, she changed her name to someone I forgot. Was it? Nolan or whoever his name is she wakes up and see the closet and showing a flashback from the first movie, and but then she wakes up. It was just a dream. And also, there's also her mother there. She's in this movie. Jamie's mother, and there's the car from Psycho, and the music sounds a little bit like this. So the city takes place, rather than taking place in Havenfield with the Burton town, it takes place in Irvine, California. So I guess they want to change the new city instead of just going the same thing. And yeah, and one thing, this movie was actually released on August instead of October, which I think that's not really a good way. I really think they should never put this like in the summer. That's in the summer, not in a Halloween movie. That won't make any sense. Why are you? Even Resurrection, it actually had Resurrection action was released on June. So yeah, 2 movies are actually released in the summer, which I think I'm against. I'm against of. So yeah. Yeah. Another part is there's actually people sneaking up on her. And when she sees Michael Myers, she just gets scared because they feel, why do everybody always sneaks up on Lori? Couldn't they say hi to her? Like, hey Lori, wow, hi. It's just, anyways. Michael Myers kills John's friends and try to go after John, but you don't really see John that much. He's a throwaway character. This movie belongs to Jamie Lee Curtis. And after all, instead of having Laurie scared, and like that, she becomes brave and start fighting with a brother and sister battle. And yeah, this is really good to see a battle and brother sister battle. She's tired of hiding, she's tired of running, now it's time to get revenge. And one problem about this movie, this isn't even scary at all. It's more like a slapstick comedy. Yeah, like if you've seen the part where Michael breaks the door and then Laurie grabs the fireman extinguisher, hits him in the head and starts running. I think that's actually a comedy, which that's kind of silly, but you don't really put it as a comedy. I don't have nothing against on horror comedy. It's funny, but I just really think it gets too silly. I just really wish I just want to turn as a normal horror movie. I mean, I do like horror comedies. Some of it, they're good. I mean, some are bad and some are good. And then there's another part. Jamie stabs, Laurie stabs Michael Myers and push him down to the table. Well, and it finally just come to an end. This getting rid B-slap broken down trilogy should end this. Let's end this movie once and for all. There's another scene where we're about to take Michael Myers to the ambulance. Yeah, we all know he's gonna come out and kill all the ambulance and stuff. But oh, wait a second. And Laurie grabs the gun. She's not having it. She's like, F you, cliffhanger. That's what a character should do. That's what Jamie Lee Curtis can do, where all the other characters cannot do. So yeah, he drives in the ambulance, hits him in the car, and then knocks him down. One problem about this movie, there's another problem about this movie. You see his eyes too much. But I kind of like them when they're all dark. But when you see his eyes when he puts the mask on, it looks kind of goofy, don't you think? So yeah, after he hits him in the car, she hits in the car, and a heartbroken sister was about to hold her hand, but then she slaps his head off with the axe. Everyone was after that they were pawing for her. They started clapping at her, but I don't really think that they wasn't really clapping at her when they're at the theater. So anyways, Halloween H20 did a great job, but still it's not as good as the first. It's okay, but I like it. I used to own the VHS for it. So anyways, I should have told you this. If you want to skip all those series, then you can just go to this movie. So anyways, I should tell you people, this movie should have ended. I repeat, should have ended. Did it end here? No. But Halloween Resurrection just messed that up. We're gonna get to the bottom of the mess and scraping that, try to smudge all those shit out of the toilets.